Score.com halftime report with the UNF Offsprees leading the Jacksonville Dolphins 43-34. Matt Stewart along with Coach Sonny Smith. And, Coach, the Ospreys really shot the ball so well in that first half. 7 of 15 from behind the three-point line, a continued problem for JU this season.
Well, they're knocking them down. JU's had a hard time defending that, but the Ospreys are throwing the ball away at such a rate. They're letting them get back in the game on second chance opportunities and turnovers. So that it's going to come down, shoot the ball better, take care of the ball for North Florida, and keep turning them over and keep getting second chance opportunity for the Dolphins. And we're going to have a great game for this over.
Ospreys had 10 turnovers in that first half. Dolphins had 8 rather. Let's go around the ASUN. Last night, big game in Johnson City. East Tennessee State playing so much better here second half of the season. Knocks off Florida Gulf Coast 89-81. Knocks the Eagles out of that first place tie with Mercer.
I think those seniors are starting to show up and play the kind of basketball that everybody expected them to play.
Mercer leading Lipscomb tonight at halftime 43-16. Langston Hall was 17 points.
I think Langston Hall, he's in the running to be the player of the year in this league because he does so many things for his team, and he's got a great supporting cast, and he makes them all better.
One other halftime score tonight, Northern Kentucky leading Kennesaw State 40-30, but the Owls, Delbert Love leading all scores with 14.
Delbert Love having a great career. It's just a shame that he's not able to get some wins to go with the great play that he's given them.
Two games on Saturday, our feature matchup involving Upstate and Florida Gulf Coast. Ricardo Glenn playing really well. He's got 8 double-doubles, averaging nearly a double-double in conference play.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned his name as much. I look every night there, and he's getting double-figure rebounds. He's such a strong individual, and he's starting to score the ball more. Torrey Craig still scoring like always, but he's a big second chance opportunity for them.
And we'll see Upstate and East Tennessee State 2 Friday nights from now in the Atlantic Sun Game of the Week. That's a game that could come down to a battle for maybe that final home court spot in the ASUN quarterfinals.
Oh, I think that's going to be one of the big games we've had all year. And I tell you what, we've had some exciting games, but I look forward to that game.
Halftime here in Jacksonville. We'll come back and take a look at the first half highlights and get the second half started in just a moment.
Atlantic Sun basketball is ready to shine on CSS, so get your weekend started with the ASUN Friday Night Game of the Week. Lipscomb head coach Casey Alexander knows about putting the ball in the basket. Northern Kentucky wants to prove that finishing in the middle of the pack in its first ASUN season was just the beginning. It's a contrast in styles, with both programs striving to establish who they are and where they stand. Catch ASUN action right here on CSS. Don't miss the action of your favorite ASUN team just because you can't be there. Get to your computer, tablet, or smartphone and check out asun.tv, the official online video distribution service of the Atlantic Sun Conference. asun.tv is a free service that streams more than 600 ASUN events annually, from regular season games to championships. All you need is an internet connection and login information, which you create by signing up at asun.tv. Don't miss the action. Sign up today.
When the Atlantic Sun Conference production crew is in the Jacksonville area, they always stay at the Hampton Inn & Suites on Beach Boulevard, conveniently located down the road from the Mayo Clinic. Only 4 miles from the beach and North Florida University, the Hampton Inn & Suites offers a complimentary breakfast from 6 to 10 a.m. daily and shuttle service from 6 to 6 Monday through Friday. Let our friendly staff put you in one of our spacious rooms, featuring a flat-screen TV, mini fridge, and microwave. Come visit your neighborhood hotel. Hampton Inn & Suites, Beach Boulevard.
Madness in March was historic for the ASUN, and this year it only gets better because the ASUN is bringing the Madness in March to you. March 4th through the 16th, ASUN fans will be supporting their favorite teams at home, hoping to drive their teams deeper into postseason madness. Follow ASUN basketball all season online, Facebook, and Twitter. Then be ready to catch the ASUN Madness in March at a venue near you.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start the second half. Northern Florida leading Jacksonville 43-34. Matt Stewart along with Coach Sonny Smith in the 21st meeting between these two teams. North Florida shot 54% from the floor in the first half, 7 of 15, Coach, on their three-pointers.
Yeah, and they were getting good looks. And as you see Dallas Moore knocking down one after one dribble, which is a difficult thing to do, but he got a good ball screen. And Sean Brennan, who is a great catch and shoot. He's shooting over 50% from three. That's a lot of threes right there. And Travis Wallace getting his only basket of the half.
Meantime, Jacksonville scored 13 points off of the 10 turnovers by North Florida, and the Dolphins had 8 steals in the first half.
Well, I tell you what, they're going to have to cut down on throwing that ball away if they want to hold this lead. And the Dolphins have found a way to get back in, and it certainly has been with second chance opportunities, taking care of turnovers, and really solid defense late in the half.
Beach leading scorer for North Florida of 10. Vince Martin leading scorer for Jacksonville with 10. And I think another big storyline here is that Haywood and McDougal, the top 2 scorers for the Dolphins, between them, they average over 31 points per game in conference play. They are a combined 2 for 12.
And you don't expect that in the second half. So that would be a concern for me if I were the coach of the North Florida Ospreys right now. And I'll tell you this. Go ahead.
And I think another concern for the Ospreys, and probably a good reason why Matthew Driscoll sat on the bench by himself for over 2 minutes while his team went to the locker room, are the turnovers and the fact that the Dolphins are still in this game because they've scored off those turnovers.
They passed up so many chances to score the basketball by turning the ball over foolishly. And I tell you, it's going to come down in the second half to who takes care of the ball the best. Because I think both teams are going to score, but Travis Wallace only 1 field goal in the first half.
Dolphins start on offense to begin the second half.
They're posting up Slauson. I thought that's something that they should do. Dawson, I'm sorry.
Dawson inside and got it off the glass.
That's something they can do all night if they will do that.
I was getting ready to say the exact same thing, Coach. I'd be running that play as often as I possibly could. Dawson, a big, strong 6'6", 260 down on the low block. Who's going to stop him?
No, they're not going to stop him. He's one of the strongest players in the league, and he's an experienced guy.
Started his career at Utah. There, however, Davenport shoots the hook shot over him for the basket.
Chris Davenport, a young player that's got a lot of moves, and I think he's going to be a good player in this ASUN conference.
This North Florida team longer and more athletic than we've seen in Matthew Driscoll's 5 seasons as the head coach. He's really excited about the upside of the athleticism of the basketball players that he has.
Well, his young players are extremely long and athletic, and they should be a very good basketball team for a number of years.
McDougal with 4 on the shot clock gets inside the defense. Davenport the rebound and clears it to Moore.
They're running with it, and I think that's a good thing. Up-tempo is, I think, they'll be a much better team.
Low post, they go to Wallace. They whip it out to Davenport. Misses the 3. And Haywood brings it up the floor for Jacksonville. We'll see if he can get started. Instead, kicks it to McDougal. And Slauson with the finish.
Slauson had one of those in the first half that was sensational. He just got another one, and there we go back to they're beating the drum, but the second chance opportunities, they've got to deny those things.
Well, Cliff Warren was adamant they had to do a better job, and tonight, 9 offensive rebounds for the Dolphins to the Ospreys 5, but that's another floater, and Dallas Moore has been able to do that all night too.
What an impressive player he is. He and Vince Martin are 2 of the more impressive point guards in this league, along with Langston Hall. You can't ever pass that name up.
And there's Dallas Moore again, takes it to the hole, drops it off for Davenport, and the Ospreys in the paint, getting it done, back to an 11-point lead.
Taking care of the basketball and getting good shots is the key to winning basketball games.
Dawson working against Wallace with the left hand.
Now that's a place he should have been most of his career because he is a good player to be playing down there. Very, very strong, can use both hands.
First 2.5 minutes. Ospreys on top by 9. R.J. Slauson close to a double-double here in the early stage of the second half, Coach. 8 points and 8 rebounds.
When you get second chance opportunities, you can get back into any game, and here's a sensational way to get back in. Slauson has done it 2 times now, and that gets the crowd into the game. That's a big deal.
Slauson is the #1 offensive rebounder in conference play, averaging 3.7 offensive boards per game
He's
in
so
league
athletic.
action.
So athletic.
Slauson has 8. Dawson has 9. Those two guys inside have been the story for the Dolphins, and the flip side story has been that McDougal and Haywood have just not scored, have not shot the ball well. Beach fires the 3 and hits another. Bo Beach with his 3rd three-pointer.
A little ball movement, sometime off the clock. Make the defense work a little bit and shoot the shot. Great offensive possession by the Ospreys.
A 12-point lead. They've led by as much as 13 in this game. Dawson fires the 3. Dawson now with 12 points. He's the leading scorer for the Dolphins in this game.
He's having a great game. Outside, inside, on the boards.
Inside to Wallace, working against Slauson, gives it up to McRoy. McRoy tried to take it in for the jam and got fouled.
Gotta like the way that they're sharing the basketball right now. You gotta like the way they're taking a little time before they take a shot. They were firing on all cylinders early in the game and making them, but you can't always do that. You need to have some ball movement in between shots.
Just the 4th free throw for the Ospreys in this game as McRoy connects. He's got 10 points now, becomes the 2nd Osprey to reach double figures, joining Bo Beach with 13. Bebe Daniels checks in for North Florida.
Bebe Daniels could be instant offense off the bench when he's playing well.
Beach ends up with the rebound.
He's great at deflecting, stealing balls. He's really good at that. He's always got active hands. I think he's got a high basketball IQ.
He's got 5 boards now to go along with his 13 points. Daniels. Slauson clears the rebound. Foul's going to be called, I believe, on Bo Beach.
Yeah, too much body. You know, Bebe Daniels just off the bench, just into the game, taking a quick 3-pointer. I don't like for guys off the bench to come in and shoot quick.
At Jacksonville University, I've discovered myself.
I discovered my goals.
I've discovered my passion for teaching.
My first impression about Jacksonville University is the beauty of the campus.
Everyone's so friendly.
You get that one-on-one feel with your professor.
People ask me, well, do you know the names of your students? And the truth is, I know so much more. I know what their goals are and what their talents are.
Jacksonville University is my second home.
Definitely do it. Definitely come to JU.
For 35 years, the Atlantic Sun Conference has supported its member institutions in their commitment to the hard work, dedication, and determination of building winners for life. As the ASUN aggressively seeks to expand opportunities, its student athletes and the institutions they represent stand among the nation's best in academics, athletics, and service to their communities. At the ASUN, the aim is the successful balance of student and athlete. The Atlantic Sun Conference, at its best, building winners for life.
The best thing about UNF is the diversity. I just love the fact that I can come here and intermingle with people from all over the world. I'm Robert Allen. I'm an honor student here at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville. We have smaller classes. They're longer now and a little bit more demanding, but it's for our benefit. My experience with the professors is that they are very open. Here at UNF, you can receive a solid education. UNF, no one like you, no place like this.
10-point lead for North Florida. Matt Stewart and Coach Sonny Smith with you in Jacksonville. And the Ospreys just continue to shoot the ball well. You saw 55% first half. They've opened the second half, hitting 4 of 6.
Yeah, and they're doing it better in the second half. They're sharing the basketball, they're moving the basketball, and they're taking some time off the clock, and then they're taking great shots.
Immediately, just a silly turnover as Haywood fumbles the ball out of bounds. and Haywood does not look like the same player that we saw 4 weeks ago.
Oh, I said I'd pay to see him, but I might have get my money back tonight, but he's not having a Haywood game. He's really a good player.
1 for 5 shooting, 3 turnovers. McDougal is 1 for 9. He's turned the ball over once.
The Dolphins are in a 3-2 zone right now. Good change of defense because they were eating the man-for-man alive. The key right now is to be patient against the zone.
Nesbitt's pass was deflected by Dawson. Good defense from Dawson. McDougal fouled by Daniels in the open court. Bebe Daniels picks up his second personal foul, and that'll be the third team foul on the Ospreys.
A lot of times out of a timeout, a change of defenses will cause a team to hesitate, to not know what you're really in, and that happened to the Ospreys then, and Jacksonville gets a turnover out of it.
Haywood working against Nesbitt, nothing there.
You see Vince Martin wanting to be a leader, trying to get people in the right place.
McDougal drives. Tough luck on that. Was a pretty good shot. White got it. They reset the offense.
As long as they keep getting second chance opportunities, they can get back in this game. There's no doubt.
Jacksonville now with 10 offensive rebounds, and Martin connects. First points for Martin in the second half. He's got 12.
He's a good-looking player.
Following in some big footsteps, Russell Powell, the starting point guard the last 4 years here for Jacksonville, now works for us at CSS, taking the night off from work and down here watching his alma mater play tonight. Saw him at halftime.
Not only was he a great player, he was a great kid.
Absolutely. Beach misses off back iron. And, of course, he had big shoes to fill when he replaced Ben Smith. McDougal takes it coast to coast and lays it in. They've had a long legacy of really good, solid point guards here at Jacksonville.
And that guy named Smith, he was something else.
Had one of the biggest shots in recent history, hit the buzzer beater to knock off Arizona State in the NIT. Here's McDougal off the miss, getting out and running. And I think this is where the Dolphins are best in transition.
Well, they're best, and they're also they're also great at getting second chance opportunity by rebounding the ball. If you got to block these guys out, or they're going to give you trouble. Now this zone right now has caused a change in the tempo and a little bit of quick shooting taking place by the Ospreys.
Daniels inside with the hook shot.
We know he can do it. We just haven't seen him do it tonight. Bebe can be instant offense off the bench.
Dolphins are back under the double-digit mark there with an 8-point deficit. But I really think in order for them to win this game, Haywood and or McDougal, certainly both have to, or one of the two has to get going here offensively. McDougal has shown some signs of that. Holder knocked down on the three-point shot.
That's not a good play by Bo Beach. You always hear the phrase, do not foul a jump shooter. Well, you really don't want to foul a three-point jump shooter.
3 fouls now on Beach.
Yeah, and that's big. They need him in the game because he's playing very well tonight.
So Holder at the line. Holder a 56% free throw shooter. Dolphins now 10 of 12 at the foul line here tonight. They have been a pretty good free throw shooting team, 72%, third best in conference action.
I'll tell you, Holder's played well. He plays his role very well. He's an unselfish player. He's a very athletic player, and he really moves without the ball. I've watched him on I was thinking maybe they ought to give him the ball a little more because he moves so well.
Well, they've done the things that Cliff Warren talked about during the week that they wanted them to do, at least in regard to offensive rebounds. They've got more offensive rebounds, 11-7. They've shot the free throw ball well. They're now 11 of 13 in this game after having 14 misses the last time they played.
I think they're right. They're going to be right in this game the way they're playing right now. This change of defense is bothering the Dolphins. Bothering the Ospreys. They get the ball right there. It won't bother them long.
Daniels. Pass was stolen, and here come the Dolphins. Haywood in the open court. Haywood lays it in. Down to a 3-point game.
No question. I thought it was going to be this way because turnovers just happen too infrequently, and we just saw another turnover turn into a basket. I think you watch the University of Kentucky play basketball. They're a team that wins basketball games with second chance opportunities. This is a team that could win games at a second chance. The Dolphins are great at that.
There's no question, Coach. This zone has really thrown a wrinkle in this North Florida offense, and that was an air ball with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Ospreys falling apart here, but Moore answers with a steal, and back to Moore on a poor pass, and he lost the ball. White fouled on the play by McRoy, and Marcel White will be going to the foul line after the timeout. Dolphins down by as much as 13 will be at the line, a chance to cut it to 1 when we return.
Gear is an essential component for any sports fan. Whether you're looking for team-branded apparel for adults or children, tailgate necessities, or gifts for family or friends, asunstore.com has something to help everyone support their favorite ASUN team. Take a few minutes to browse the selection, then outfit yourself and your family today, and get ready for the next big season with one simple visit to asunstore.com.
Where the Atlantic Sun Conference production crew is in the Jacksonville area, they always stay at the Hampton Inn & Suites on Beach Boulevard, conveniently located down the road from the Mayo Clinic. Only 4 miles from the beach and North Florida University, the Hampton Inn & Suites offers a complimentary breakfast from 6 to 10 a.m. daily and shuttle service from 6 to 6 Monday through Friday. Let our friendly staff put you in one of our spacious rooms, featuring a flat-screen TV, mini fridge, and microwave. Come visit your neighborhood hotel, Hampton Inn & Suites, Beach Boulevard.
Championship action is when the ASUN is at its finest. That's why you'll want to visit asunphotos.com. ASUN Photos is present at every ASUN championship, capturing the action, including those must-have shots you may have missed or want to save for a memory. We understand your passion, so when you're ready to relive those favorite moments, players, and special memories, start with the experts from asunphotos.com.
North Florida leading Jacksonville by 3 with 11:49 to play. Be sure to join us next Friday night live from the Allen Arena on the campus of Lipscomb University as the Bisons play host to Northern Kentucky in our Atlantic Sun Game of the Week. That's next Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. Coach, right now Lipscomb having one of those nights as they're being beaten 58-24 by Mercer. Northern Kentucky winning right now against Kennesaw State 55-46.
This game right here is interesting to me in one regard. Jacksonville shooting 70% from the field right now, and they're doing it all because of turnovers. They just go down the floor, 70% in second half I'm talking about. And points with the clock dead, turnovers will kill you if you're going to put them on to give them a chance to do points with the clock dead.
Marcel White, the free throw miss. He is now 1 for 2 at the line.
Well, missed many tonight, that's for sure. Now they're putting full court pressure on. This has been good because the turnovers just seem to be happening too often for the Ospreys.
Dolphins on a 13-3 run over the last 5 minutes. That's gotten them back from a double-digit deficit.
Got to get a zone offense. They're not running any right now. They're not moving the ball or people. They're going to look to go inside, but that's not going to be available because Big's guarding Big very good inside.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Daniels lost the dribble, got it back, and put it in.
He could be a go-to guy because he can score the ball in inside or out.
Ahead to Holder, blocking foul on the Ospreys. And they will count the basket. And Holder at the line for a chance at the three-point play.
So you got to get back. That's very important. And you got to get back and get your defense set. And when you're in transition, you got to find the ball. And in that situation, J.R. Holder just takes the ball to the goal. Nobody finds him, and he puts the ball in the hole and goes to the line for one.
Banks was called for the foul, his second. 5 team fouls now on North Florida's. Beach checks back into the ball game. He has 3 fouls. Holder gets his own miss.
Another second chance.
Chance here for the Dolphins to tie, take the lead with a 3.
Ospreys need to do a better job of offense or gang rebounding or team rebounding.
Ball kicked out of bounds by the Ospreys. 19 seconds on the clock, shot clock. As the Dolphins get it on the baseline, Martin checks back in, and Haywood will come out of the ball game. McDougal comes in. Let's see what they can do off the inbounds here.
Still playing man for man by the Ospreys.
Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Martin splits the defense. Kick to the outside for the lead. Holder gave it to him. And the Dolphins have come all the way back from 13 down to lead by 1.
J.R. Holder has been a big factor in his second half. Got to get a little ball moving against the zone, get it into the middle and get it opposite, move the basketball. There they did it.
Dallas Moore hits another floater.
You got to be impressed with that young man.
Moore now with 11 points. You touched on it earlier, Coach. So many players are reluctant to take that shot.
No question about that.
Floater not using the backboard. Just a nice touch. Foul on Beach, number 4.
Bo Beach has not played defense with his head today. He hasn't moved his feet. He's been playing too much with his hands. Now he's in foul trouble, and he's a guy that they need on the floor.
Well, they're going to take him out right now, bring Nesbitt in off the bench, and try to save Beach for later.